Oh, it's getting crowded in here. It's the Opie and Anthony show. Mike Rowe still hanging out. Good friend of the show. And then, Anthony, I hear you introducing Mike Rowe to the Simpsons guys here, and I don't know if Mike appreciated that.
Well, I know he's very cordial. He got up and introduced himself, and I said, "That's Mike Rowe. He goes into sewers and then puts it on TV." I didn't want to make your show sound anything less than it was, but I wanted to sum it up quickly.
Well, I've been talking to Discovery, and we've agreed unanimously that if you could come and handle all the promos from this point on.
I love to.
You have a natural proclivity for it.
People these days need quick sound bites, quick hits. Mike Rowe in a sewer. It's on TV. Discovery.
Yeah, there you go.
That's all you need.
Excellent.
Excellent. Beats cat bag.
It's a cat sack, for God's sake. Get it?
All right, we'll get back into that
Hi, guys.
a little later. What's up, guys?
Look who we got here.
Where do we begin?
Well, we have to introduce everybody. We have James Brooks, Al Jean, David Sherman, Mike Scully, and I think that's it. Am I correct?
Who's David Sherman? Silverman. Oh, that's it. That's me.
Oh, Jesus.
No. Look, hold on.
He's a stand-up comic. Don't fault him.
Oh, it was spelled Sherman. Oh, I'll change my name.
Just change it.
My name's David Sherman.
Just change it.
David Silverman.
Anti-Semitism.
That's good.
Yeah, right? What? Jesus.
All right, so you're doing a movie, The Simpsons.
I'll have to change that, too.
Terrible, Jimmy.
All right, so my apologies.
Yeah, this has been... Actually, the Simpsons movie, rumors of it were going on for years. How long have you guys been working on this?
Couple weeks.
Just a couple weeks. Got it going. Wow, that was quick.
All flash handed.
Yeah, we got it. Someone worked that mic over there. We're one mic short.
How can we be one mic short?
Well, we have
Jesus, it's a radio station. We're supposed to be professional over here. But, yeah, there'd always been these rumors that it was going to be a movie, and then it didn't happen. What finally put it over the top for you? Said, yeah, this is the time. Like 20 years later.
Well, we were always waiting until we had enough writers to do both the show and the movie simultaneously, and now we have...
Was that it?
Yeah, half of them are here in this room today. And that was it, pretty much.
Animators as well. We couldn't do the show and the movie at the same time.
Yeah. Do you guys outsource the animation? Does that go to Korea?
We have a
Part
sweatshop.
of it does.
Yeah. A sweatshop?
Yeah. Private
Those things are so economical, man. You get all the work done, and it doesn't cost you anything, and no one really knows what's going on in those places.
They're too busy having fun.
Right. It's cartoons. How could the kids working on them not like it?
It was a great deal. We agreed to let them animate the movie, and they agreed to let us inspect their nuclear sites.
Was that what did it? I knew they finally shut down the nuclear plant, and I didn't know it was for Simpsons cells. But now, of course, the Tracy Ullman show kicked the whole thing off. Any inkling back then that how many years has it been?
That was 20 years ago.
20 years ago. That's something that was just kind of a toss-in thing on the Tracy Ullman show.
It was a network that nobody watched. It was a network that was black. We were there.
True.
And that was at the time. And we decided to have these little 15, 20-second pieces between our sketches. And one of them was Matt's The Simpsons.
And that just obviously took off. But and getting back to the whole Fox thing and a young fledgling network that would put anything on and let it stay on for a while. It's kind of odd now when you hear a new show turn up on Fox and then it's gone in like 2 weeks. You go, wow, that was the kind of the network that used to give them a little bit of time. Do you think a show like The Simpsons would have made the cut or hard to
these days, I don't know. Just almost these two guys were there at the very beginning. David was there for the Ullman show, and he animated the earliest stuff, and now directed the movie.
And I took the writing job at the beginning because none of my friends wanted it. I basically said I'll work hard and I'll work cheap.
It's just amazing.
It seemed like the focus was originally on Bart Simpson, and then the star became Homer. When did that happen?
Well, it wasn't conscious. It was just we got older and fatter.
A little more relatable.
A lot more relatable to us. We're heading towards Grandpa.
Yeah.
In terms of our plots.
Yeah, the Homer character definitely had changed more, I think, over time than any of the other characters, and obviously for the better.
The lower his IQ, the funnier he became.
Yeah. The first few, it was like, well, that's a little too smart for Homer.
Yeah.
I don't like the smart Homer.
He was trying too hard to be a good dad, and then we just nuts to that.
Yeah. Well, it definitely works.
Is there something you've written, like one of the episodes you've written, like, I mean, obviously there's a million of them that are hailed as brilliant, but is there one you write that, like, if I had to just die and have one episode, this would be it?
Well, there's one thing I'm really proud of. When I was a little kid, I got a Valentine that said, I choo-choo choose you from a girl. And I thought, wow, she chose me. That's really sweet. And so I had Lisa give one to Ralph, and then he blew it up into a crush and, wouldn't leave. And it's on my wedding band.
Oh, really?
And I heard there was another wedding that really happened where they had those vows. So
wow. Changing lives. That's amazing.
That 30-year-old Valentine's card.
A stuttering joke on your wedding band.
That's great. They couldn't fit two Jews walk into a bar.
It makes the band a lot more expensive.
Yeah. What's the basic storyline of the movie?
We don't. Do we say now? I mean, is
do
it
you
enough to
or
say?
no?
Oh, yeah, you got to say.
It's secret.
Well, it's basically.
Homer works in the sewers.
And it's on TV.
Not that far off. The dealing with pig waste is a big issue in the film.
Okay.
And Homer's
As it is in real life.
Sure.
Homer's poor solution to the problem is what really causes the plot of the movie to kick in, and then he has to save the day. But it's really, much more elegantly and sophisticated than from the basic.
Well, not that much.
Yeah.
I always liked about The Simpsons is how the beginning, the first 10 minutes, has nothing to do with the episode itself. Like there'll just be this drastic change at the beginning.
It's called vamping.
Is that what it is? Because you'll be going with the storyline and go, okay, wait, what just happened? It's just completely switched gears, and now they're offshore somewhere gambling. I don't know what happened.
It turns out people hate narrative thrust.
Yeah, I guess so.
You guys have gotten away typically too. Like, it's always seen as this edgy show. Like, The Simpsons could take things a lot farther than like a lot of traditional sitcoms. Maybe it's the cartoon angle, or it's just the fact that it was so popular. Is there anything that you guys really wanted to do that they just would not let you do?
Well, we used to be able to show Homer's butt crack, and now we can't.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Well, the children. We all have to think of what the children would think.
You can't show cartoon butt crack anymore.
A child. Do you think a child would chuckle at Homer's butt crack or go crazy and shoot up his school? Like, the priorities are a little weird these days. I don't think cartoon butt crack is really a problem.
Have you seen this butt crack?
Is it really bad?
It's a heck of a thing.
Okay. I could be wrong, though.
It's like they were perversely trying to think of what was most important to us and take that away.
Yeah. Homer's butt crack? No.
It's like, you remember the late 1990s when you could just see butt cracks anywhere you wanted?
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Take Maggie, we said.
And also earlier on, and you still get away with this, but I'm wondering if there's any more of a backlash. The goofing on Fox is a great inside joke. It's hysterical. And early on, it was really funny because, Fox was the joke kind of network. And now, do you catch any flack from the big wigs over there?
We never did.
No?
We never have. Not since we discovered that Rupert was ticklish.
No, there's even a big joke in the film, actually, where we make fun of the Fox network.
Oh, really?
The first movie to make fun of a TV network.
Yeah. That definitely showed like some bravery and stuff, and it was that inside joke kind of a thing that I think was one of the features that made it really catch on. Where you just look and go, wow, that's kind of cool that they did that. But again, early Fox was like, married with children, how many years? Jesus Christ. All right, enough already. We get it. The daughter's sexy. Father doesn't want to do anything.
By the way, he had a great butt crack.
Yes, and we could see his butt crack. No pixelation there. I think that's what ruined it, when they figured out how to pixelate. They wanted to pixelate butt crack, but we didn't have the technology. It took like Lucasfilm to make up the pixelation.
Excuse me, we didn't come here to talk about butt crack. We came here to talk about pig waste.
Yes, pig waste.
In the Simpsons movie.
Pig waste.
Well, James, you've been involved. I mean, it's your resume. It's obviously just a string of failures, like Taxi, Mary Tyler Moore, Rhoda.
I can
the Andy
explain
Griffith
that.
Show.
Are one of these shows even still on the air?
I mean, it's very rare to meet a guy who's had as many successes as you have. I mean, and, one of my favorite things. This is a little off the subject. Danny DeVito getting best character ever.
Oh man!
In TV Guide, that had to make you feel good. Carol O'Connor was good, but I always thought that Louis De Palma was a better character.
Yeah, it was great. Danny went nuts, and my best moment in the Simpsons film is in that same sense you're talking about. There's a shot of Homer trudging through the snow alone, and Dan Castellaneta mainly improvising what he says, and suddenly I saw him like that, like I used to see Danny, like that kind of comic character.
Can I say that was the best example of getting back on track you're ever going to see?
Yeah, right? Forget about what I did. It's what I'm doing.
He took the steering wheel and went right back.
July 27th.
July 27th.
Mary Tyler Moore,
I think
Simpsons
that
dialogue.
was the day they honored Danny, coincidentally.
Jeez. What a pro. What a pro.
That's why he runs the ship,
I would have liked to have gotten back to at least one Taxi thing.
Taxi is it was the best experience I think in all our lives. Everybody who was with that show, and we all knew it at the time. One of those miracles.
Yeah.
Like looking back, we knew we loved it, and we were lucky to have it.
Why is season 4 not out yet? I'm in the DVD stores.
Man.
Is that coming out soon?
I don't know. I don't
right.
know. I wanted to do the whole thing and have us all talk because we all loved it so much, and it hasn't happened yet.
It's driving me nuts. I keep checking for Taxi season 4. I know it's a little off the subject of the new movie, but that's just
One movie. The
Simpsons
Yeah.
movie's coming out in August. Right after the Simpsons movie, July 27th.
July 27th.
It seemed back then you could have really genuinely obnoxious characters that didn't have this little, had to at the end kind of become good or anything like that. Like Louis was just a miserable little.
Yeah.
Every situation he was in was just horrible. What was that one episode that Jimmy brings up about the drugs, the pills?
the greatest.
Oh,
man.
When he hooks
you
up
couldn't do that.
He hooks up with Zena's hot friend, and she's on drugs, and she sobers up, and she's like, "Were you taller?" And he's like, "No." And she's like, "Were you better looking?" He's like, "No." And he's like, "Do you need pills? I'll get you pills." He's gonna get her doped up again to have sex with her. How great is that?
Their kiss is the funniest, is the most I ever laughed at anything in my life. Because Danny unhinged his mouth like a snake.
It's a great thing. His mouth just opens like a snake, and he locks on it. It was really great.
Yeah.
But you just didn't have to be politically correct, or you didn't have to have it wrap up where the character then became nice or learned something. People laughed at genuinely obnoxious people that just were uncaring and miserable. And now it just seems like you got to have some kind of a
redemption.
some redemption, right? Or somebody's got to,
Where's
it's
the
got to have a
Reverend Jim
payoff.
doing monologues about peyote experiences?
Yeah, you could not do that now, and I think that's been so detrimental, especially to network television.
Check out Hannah Montana. It's loaded with drug stuff. It's subtle, but it's there.
So if you guys like language-wise and stuff like that, I mean, there's obviously the butt crack thing, but was there subjects and certain things that when you, right now you're probably way above that with anywhere you're writing, but did you have stuff that you're like, no, you can't joke about that, or like, no, we'd rather not have you go there, and kind of veto scripts or things like that?
No, that really is what we're trying to do. Occasionally there would be crazy notes, like there was a censor note once we had Santa Claus holding a gun, and they said, well, it could be the Easter Bunny.
Isn't that odd?
Yes. They're like very bizarre things, and you just, but...
oh, those Jews.
I heard the same thing when they gave us a real fight on a joke that they thought was about Catholics. And instead of saying cut the joke, I said it's not about Catholics, it's about something else. We're just using Catholics as a reference. And he said, well, could you at least change it to Methodist?
It's just amazing. Where do they come up with this?
We had like this evil store that we called Sprawl Mart, and then below the sign said a parody of Walmart. No, you can't say that. So we said, all right, what if we say not a parody of Walmart? They go, okay.
Oh, God.
Tell them the Viagra. The two names that you had were one.
Oh, yeah, Jam It In was one. And I think that was the better of the two. Like, they said, no, that's all right.
The first one was Bonestra. Now somehow got Jam It In. That's much better.
Oh, my
There
God.
was a pickup line that they allowed in where Grandpa was talking to a woman and his name is Abraham, and he said, how about giving Honest Abe another term in the Oval Office? And like that was an acceptable line to them. You know, and sometimes you go, wait, but that's okay.
What sitcom do you watch that makes you laugh?
Right.
I like The Office.
Yeah.
The original with
Both.
Gervais?
Both. Well, yeah, that was a classic.
The original was amazing.
Gervais is ridiculous. What about, I've noticed a couple of cartoon wars, little animation wars happening, and South Park has parodied you guys. You know those guys?
I never met him, but
Never met him?
Been just, and South Park to me is the flat-out genius work going on regularly.
Yeah.
I mean, it just, it's the best of the best.
Yeah, I remember that one episode. Simpsons did it, where they just run around and every bit he did, it was just the Simpsons had done it already, and they were very upset with that.
Hey, we got to take a break. These guys can stick around for a little longer. We just found out. Is that cool? You guys are good?
Sure.
All right. So the movie, of course, the Simpsons movie, July 27th. More with these guys in just a bit. It's Opie and Anthony. We're checking out the Opie and Anthony show. We're having a lot of fun with James L. Brooks, Al Jean, Mike Scully, and David Silverman. The Simpsons movie comes out July 27th. We're all very, very excited about that. And we were pretty much bonding with these guys. We're taking the same meetings with lawyers over content and how silly it gets.
We were talking about standards and practice, and how it doesn't even matter anymore. It's not really them that you have to worry about. It's the company you work for saying, well, we're going to voluntarily cut this back and this. And I was just explaining how they actually gave us a book called Words Hurt.
And the laugh that we got out of that from these guys made us feel really good today.
You were going to read it aloud again.
Yeah, again.
We did about an hour on it on our show. And it was hilarious. Our listeners loved it. We loved it. How ridiculous it was. And then we had to take another meeting. You really can't make fun of this,
You really hurt us.
You had to read. You had to read like this, a little skit type thing, and then there was multiple choice questions of what was wrong with what you just read, and it was like a gay man is a hairdresser, and that was bad because you're stereotyping the gay man as the hairdresser. Meanwhile, go get your hair cut. Go get your hair cut. I mean, it's probably going to be a gay gentleman if it's a guy.
Al, what did you say? You said something that was...
I was just saying it could be bad or it could be a new Adam Sandler movie. Thanks for picking that up from me.
We did about an hour on that movie today, too. So.
We had laughed at the trailer like we all have and we've seen it.
Oh, just hysterical. I can't look at the posters around the city without just laughing and laughing. Adam Sandler. Look, there are two guys getting married. Stop. It's hysterical.
A fat one, a skinny one. Get out of here.
And they got manly jobs. How predictable. Yuck.
What animation, what cartoons you grow up enjoying, watch? Do you use any, do you give homages to any of those?
Bullwinkle is really fun.
Bullwinkle, really?
The whole thing about that you loved it as a kid and then realized how smart it was as an adult is something we've always shot.
Yeah.
We did a whole homage to Bullwinkle in the opening couch gag. We did a Bullwinkle style couch gag, that really weird bit of animation where there's lightning flashing and rocking Bullwinkle pop out of the ground.
Yeah, really
nice. The whole thing like that.
That's great. Yeah, the old fractured fairy tales and those things were definitely not made for children.
No, I grew up on the Bullwinkle show, the old Warner Brothers cartoons that were on, and Yogi Bear and Huckleberry Hound were pretty much those are my mentors.
Pretty much it. Yep. The old Warner Brothers Bugs Bunny.
Well, they took all the violence out of the Bugs Bunny cartoons.
I saw an edit.
Yes.
I saw an edit of the episode where Wabbit season, Duck season, which is just famous, where they would not show them shooting each other. It's the whole gist of the whole.
Then don't show that one, right?
It's the whole thing. They would cut to this still of Bugs like in his hole, and you'd hear a bang, and then you'd see Daffy with the bill up on top of his head and kind of wrap it back around the front. And as a kid, seeing it as a kid, you'd be like, "What the hell are they cutting this out?" Too violent.
Exactly. They want to make sure you don't, blow ducks with a shotgun.
Right. Don't shoot that duck.
Well, there's a book they gave us, Guns Hurt.
Ridiculous.
Guns have played a big part on The Simpsons. Apparently, you didn't pay much attention to that one.
What do you see as the biggest, because sitcoms have changed so much. Besides the believable sets, and how they're dressed just like the way real people live, with arena-sized living rooms and multicolored, just the way we all see homes on a daily basis. What would you say is the biggest difference, whether it's in content or whatever?
The weight of the male lead.
God damn, he's right. Yeah, we went through a phase, I guess, in the the 80s, where they went with the typical stupid husband father character, which went on and on for a few years, and then they kind of changed it to the father is a comedian. He's got some other job, but everything he says is funny. That was Raymond, and with King of Queens. You ever? I mean, you just don't know people like that, unless you know Jimmy Norton.
Yeah, well,
who's a stand-up comic.
Yeah, but I'm not a family man either.
But
disgusted.
You were on Lucky Louie.
Well, yeah, I mean, we all.
Anyone see Lucky Louie on HBO?
Yeah, I saw it.
See, there you go.
They're very nice people. These guys from The Simpsons. I'm one and done. It seems like the obsession. The obsession with looks. It's like when you look at the old shows. I mean, whether it was Red Fox or it was Carol O'Connor and Gene Stapleton, or again Taxi, except for I guess Danza was good looking and Mary Lou Henner. Yeah, I guess that's a bad example because they were all good looking except for Louie and Judd Hirsch. All right, so I'll just destroyed myself and my own awful point.
Hey, we got a lot of Simpsons fans on the lines here. Let's say hi to Dan in New Rochelle. Dan, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? I just got a quick question. I was just wondering if there are any episodes that used to air that you are not allowed to air anymore.
Well, that's a good question.
No, we had one which was written in the 90s about the World Trade Center, which we pulled for a year. But obviously, like a lot of things, it wasn't ever intended as any reference to 9/11.
Yeah.
That's it. They all air.
Right.
Really?
Cool. And who was your favorite cameo on The Simpsons?
Mine was James Woods, I think, just for his performance. He was so hilarious, and he had such terrific ad-libs that were great to animate. And one of the animators, Bob Anderson, really studied a lot of his films to get these little weird mannerisms, the way he would speak like this, and so that was great fun.
I say Michael Jackson, as I always remember that day the most.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, yeah, that must have been huge, especially back then. Michael Jackson.
I think Mick Jagger and Keith Richards had it. That was a big thrill for me.
That was amazing because they came in afterwards, and it was when Mick Jagger was there, and people started to say, "Will you sign the picture? Will you sign this picture?" We said, and then fine, he was cooperating. People started to bring out the guitars. People started, until finally, finally at a certain point, he went from perfectly mannered to "I'll kill" to get out of here.
It's like, how many chances are you going to get that to have a guitar signed though by Mick?
It was really close. It was really close. And Keith was a lot of fun. Keith signed anything anybody put in front of him. Summons. And he put the date on everything. He goes, "I like writing 2004 because I didn't think I'd ever live to see it."
He was saying that in '68.
Oh my God. Any like deadline on the show? Did you obviously anytime you ask this, I'm sure you say no. Did you think it was going to last this long? But are you looking like we might want to wrap it up after a few years, or go out on top kind of a thing, or are you just going to keep riding it?
Well, the movie is actually, something that's just reinvigorated all of us. And, to me, I'd love to keep doing this show, especially in the wake of how well this has all been received.
Yeah. It's just a lot of times, though, people... Yeah, there have been a few shows. They should have maybe gone up. I'm not talking about you guys, obviously. Don't get mad at me, please, and leave. Jesus Christ.
I know, this was going so well.
Put out a goddamn movie, for Christ's sake. What am I talking
The
about?
Simpsons is different in that you're not dealing with actors who look...
Huh?
Words hurt, dude.
Yeah. Words hurt. I got to read that again.
You're not dealing with actors that have different looks or get married or get pregnant. You're dealing with animation. So it's like you guys will... It seems like you won't run out of steam because all you have to do is just have the minds behind it and it will work. And I don't think that's not what ruins sitcoms. It's I think the actors or the actresses. So you guys don't have to worry about that.
That's another big question.
No, but I don't know how I was saying something nice, and yet I sucked the energy, and I was like, a bomb went off in here, and everybody died, including myself.
Dead air hurts.
Oh, boy, does it.
Oh, what a thump.
Do we have another caller we could go to?
Yeah. Where's the goddamn caller?
Caller, are you there?
I could feel myself losing my steam. Like, no, but actors die too.
We can take another one here. Mark in Jersey, what's up?
Hey guys, I'm real nervous. I'm talking to a genius. Yeah, Jim Norton.
Oh, they laughed a little too hard at that.
I know, they did. They saw the irony immediately. Oh, that guy, he's an ass. We get it.
Best-selling author, Jim Norton. Yeah, go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, so did you guys ever get fined for anything you've ever done in an episode?
No fine was ever levied against us. Fox has gotten fined for a couple things, so they're skittish, because of that. But
we got spanked once.
And that was my request.
So has there ever been like an FCC complaint brought at all, or no?
And how do you guys feel about being on the Family Guy?
Oh, no.
What are the I'm not Family Guy. How do you feel about what?
How do you guys feel
I was
going to
make believe I didn't hear it
Guy?
myself, but...
I actually did not hear him.
I don't think he's nervous at all.
Oh, these guys heard it, though.
What is he saying? Is he
I don't know. With their lack of answer, it sounds like pending litigation.
I just heard Family Guy.
You just could hear Family Guy.
Oh, how did you feel about being on Family Guy?
Yeah.
I guess Family Guy did an episode where they do
we
that.
parodied them, and it's
It's a funny show.
Yeah. Who would win in a fight?
I know you animation guys are like you're gangsters. These guys are gonna start shooting each other.
Hey, you callers can't see us, but we're really buff.
You don't have to be to beat up Seth. God almighty.
A little guy.
You can work out and be funny, man.
We have no problem with a Family Guy. Don't worry.
All right. When's the movie coming out?
Oh, my God.
Give me the
July
plug.
27th. Everyone knows
July.
What else can you tell us about the movie? Nothing? You're not going to give us anything? How about a spoiler? How about
Pig waste?
How about something? Pig waste, yeah, sure. Oh, they're looking at each other over there. They might give us something. Come on.
Jim's thinking.
We'll be all over the internet. Come on, help us out.
There's a special
This
guest
is probably way too much, but Homer does something incredibly stupid.
Wow. All right. Look for that.
Stand by.
One of the I think the best visual jokes we've ever had in the life of the series is in the first 10 minutes.
Jeez, if that ain't a go out and buy your ticket.
And wait, I think we can tell them great ending.
Okay. Good.
And do you know what a dope I am? When he said one of the greatest visual jokes, I almost said, well, what is it? Fool.
Well, here, I'll show it to you.
There is a great guest star in the film who we chose. We were trying to find the most likable person in America. And I think we came pretty close.
Oh, please tell me it's someone from the Laugh Factory.
More mysteries.
It's Andy Dick.
There's actually two big guest stars. There's a band and another guest star. So you have a couple big guest stars.
Oh, cool.
And Albert Brooks is in it. That's not a secret.
Well, Green Day's in it. They know that.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
A band?
Yeah.
What kind of band?
You just said.
Well, it's Green Day.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Sorry. I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
It was so great. We heard a rumor that they wanted to be on The Simpsons, and we were looking for it. We needed a rock and roll band, so we said, "Great." It took us a year and a half to get them to call us back.
Wow,
they were taking that long.
Yeah, they're busy and under the influence sometimes.
All right. Of course, the movie, The Simpsons.
Yes.
Movie, July 27th.
Go see
Is
it.
there a lot of cursing in it?
Not really. I mean, we wanted to do something that was a movie and looked like a movie, but not, really push the envelope as far as language is concerned.
Yeah, Homer doesn't
You
drop
definitely
the
take, like, a
C-bomb, does he?
What's that?
Yeah, you guys should just shock everybody. What the?
Imagine if he did that. Awesome. And just some of the most horribly racist stuff.
Yeah, just
would then people just be shocked? Like, what?
Team America.
No, but
right?
we're not like the South Park movie. Their penis was bigger.
That'd be great if you made The Simpsons like not a comedy. It was all just like stuff from Mississippi burning. And
Oh, Marge, move next door.
That's how you should end this whole thing. Just screw it up.
Just
forever.
blow up your careers.
just go out with death threats.
That would be brilliant. All right, we got to say goodbye to these guys. Unfortunately, we had a lot of fun.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Mike.
thank
Just
you.
really
Thank
great.
you. And,
Brilliant team, man. Obviously, and the show's such a success. And July 27th, the film comes out.
We all can't wait.
yes, best of luck that
Giving
you
away
won't
$1 million to the next caller, right?
Yes, we are. Do that every day. Gets boring.
And Mike Rowe, of course, on Dirty Jobs at 150th job.
You're
When is
very
that
kind.
showing?
That's going to
Yes.
be Labor Day, ironically.
And oddly enough, my book Happy Endings. While I'm whoring for everybody, I might as well do it for myself.
Hey, I saw it yesterday. It looks great, man, and you have a fantastic publisher.
Thank you. Yeah, she's very sexy.
You looked at that cover, and what did you think?
I thought, you know what? If that's the ending, I'm not looking at the beginning.
Yeah. Oh, that cover is awful.
And we will see a lot of these people in Mansfield tomorrow.
Yeah, doing a show at the Tweeter Center. If you have military ID, you get in for free. So just come. There's a bunch of comics on the show. Way to be specific. You'll enjoy yourselves.
You guys cool? Anything else? You all good?
We're going to be in
Thank you, guys.
Springfield, Vermont tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. We didn't even get to talk about that.
That's right.
All right, cool.
Thank you guys so
Thanks,
much.
gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
If you're not joining us over at XM, have a great day, have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon.